Did you sleep well? Studies say 55% of Indians aren't getting enough sleep. And if doctors are to be believed, it's not just that blue light of your cell phone. The mattress you sleep on is to be blamed as well. But can we fix this? While an entire sleep economy is growing in India to address the sleep issue, we have someone here who believes he has managed to solve the sleep problem. I am Tasmai Laharoy, and joining me today in the studio is Nilesh Mazumdar, Chief Executive Officer at Sheela Foam, India's top player in the mattress and foam products industry, which also owns Kurlon and Furlenco. Welcome to Storyboard18, Nilesh. So happy to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Tasmai. My privilege.
Right. So, I am very tempted to ask you, did you sleep well last night? Because that's the question you're asking your audience. So tell us the idea that drove you to start this campaign.
So if you look at the mattress category, Tasmai, there are three challenges that the category has. Number one, while we spend 1/3 of our life in physical contact with this category, but it is not a top of the mind category for most consumers. Number two, it's not a social category. This is something which is in the private space of a consumer in the bedroom. So this is not a social category like, say, a mobile phone, etc., which is out there for everyone to see. And the third challenge that we have, which is true for the entire possibly durables industry and the mattress industry for sure, is that most brand communications revolve around either features or celebrity endorsement. So it was in this space that we wanted to figure out that how, as the leading brand, we will stand apart from the rest of the brands in the mattress industry. So when we looked at mattress as a category, what we realized is that this is in the comfort zone. Yeah. So this is a product or a category which provides consumers comfort. But when we looked at the Indian context and the Indian value system, etc., what we realized is that while people realize that comfort gets the best out from them, but the challenge is that they are not as much concerned about their own personal comfort, but it is more about comfort of others.
Sure.
So therefore we came with this philosophy of saying comfort in comforting others. And this is what we try to bring forward in this campaign, where we touch upon the softer emotional aspects of comfort, caring and empathy.
Right. We will come back to that factor of comfort and empathy in our next questions. But Nilesh, every campaign these days are ROI driven. So I'm sure you have some campaign objectives. So what are those?
So first of all, the campaign objective here is to create brand saliency.
Sure.
And brand saliency which is differentiated from the rest of the brands which are operating in this space, and ensure while this brand obviously is top of the mind for all consumers in this country, you also create brand love.
So while you already mentioned your overall brand perspective, how does this campaign align with your overall brand perspective of comfort in comforting others? And how would this campaign compare to all the other brand campaigns that you have done in the past?
Good question. You see, for a brand to be successful, there are 3 W's that it must answer.
Sure.
One is who am I? Second is who am I for? And third is why by me? Most of our communications in the past has been about why by me. This is the first time that we are trying to answer all the 3 whys. And when you answer all the 3 whys, do you really create a strong and powerful brand?
Sure. And it's interesting, the category that you're in, innovation when it comes to campaigns, and it is heavily driven by celebrities and endorsements. But you are taking a different route. You're sticking to empathy and storytelling, if I may say. So how did you come up with this? How do you think that will work for the brand?
You're absolutely right. When we went through what kind of work has been happening in this category, what we realized is that there has been challenge in the communication and propositions that brands have brought to this space, and most of them have either used celebrity endorsement, and I would probably call it lack of imagination, or using category jargon which may not be relevant for the consumer. So here we are now trying to connect with the emotional core of the consumer, and that's how we will differentiate ourselves from every other player who is operating in this space.
Right. And did you sleep well is a very catchy line, and it is easily something that can become part of any conversation. And marketers such as yourself and across categories are using influencers or content creators to create buzz and create conversation. So do you have any plan to engage influencers to be a part of this campaign and create the buzz around Did You Sleep Well?
Well, you see, we are not specifically using any influencers, but what we do believe in is that if you have a strong story, if you have a good, strong creative, then the consumers will catch it on, and the so-called virality of the campaign on its own will happen. So we have strong belief in the strength of the communication that we are doing. The creative has been made by Sideways, Avijit Avasthi, who is one of the best brains in the advertising industry today, has created this campaign, and we are quite confident that the quality of our communication itself will give the virality that it requires.
Right. So you are changing your storytelling methods, the communication is changing, and the channels of communication are also changing. There is digital, there is connected TV, of course alongside the traditional media routes. So what is your media plan, and how do you plan to amplify this campaign for maximum engagement and reach?
So the target audience that we are trying to speak to is both male and female in SEC-AB in the age group of 25 to 60. So therefore, the media mix that we have selected for this campaign is World Cup, which you would have already seen. We have gone on air on World Cup. We also have GEC channels, and we have news. Along with this, we will also be doing a strong digital support to reach out to the digital savvy consumers. And there will be other outdoor and print communication in some of the markets to support the campaign. So it's a full 360-degree integrated campaign that we will be running.
Hold on to that thought. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back to talk more about India's growing sleep economy. Welcome back. I'm Tasmai Laharoy and you're watching Storyboard 18. We have with us Nilesh Mazumdar, CEO, Sheela Foams, to talk about their new campaign and India's growing sleep economy. We are in the beginning of the second half of the financial year. So tell us about the other campaigns that are planned for the year and overall your business strategy for the rest of the 6 months of this financial year.
Okay. So along with this campaign, a second campaign will also be rolled out very soon, and this is on a new category of mattresses that we have launched called Nexa. You spoke about this industry not having seen enough of innovation. This is a completely differentiated, innovative product offering that we will be coming out with, which is differentiated from what many consumers know as memory foam.
Yes.
What happens with memory foam is that while you sink and lie down on the mattress, you require effort to turn or get up from the mattress. It's like lying down on sand. If you lie down on sand and you want to get up, there is an effort that is required. And that is what we say that technically it does not have enough of rebound. Nexa overcomes this issue that while it has the advantages of memory foam, it also gives you comfort because it has much better rebound. It's a unique product of its kind which only we have, and we will be introducing a campaign around this product by the end of the current month. Besides this, as we move ahead, as far as the overall business is concerned for Mattress, I see this country providing us 3 large opportunities, so to say. The first big opportunity for a market leader always is that how do we grow the market itself. So there is almost today 60% of this country still sleeps on cotton mattresses or dari or chaddars. So how do I reach out and have a right product offering for that market so that I am able to convert the non-user to user? So there is a strategy which we will be rolling out for that. The second big opportunity that we see is that more than half of the industry still is unorganized. So how do I convert the unorganized consumer to the organized space? That is going to be the second strategy which will be at play. And the third, of course, is the inorganic route, which I'm sure you are fully aware of.
Right. And it is interesting that it is only now that people are beginning to realize the importance of good sleep and how that contributes to good health overall. And this has led to the growing of a market, which is the sleep economy in India and also across global markets. So tell me your observations on the top trends in the market and how are you using that to, implement it in your business strategy now and also in the way forward?
Sure. So as per one of the brand reports of a mattress company in US, what I'm given to understand that the global sleep industry size is almost about $430 billion, and that includes everything: mattress, pillows, other sleep products, sleep medication, etc. What we are realizing is that post-COVID, the overall wellness consciousness of consumers is improving. Now, when we talk of wellness, wellness has got three pillars. One is diet, second is physical activity and exercise, and third is sleep. Post-COVID, the consciousness of all these three pillars are increasing, and you would have seen that the Indian consumer is today far more aware and conscious about having a healthy diet, about having an active lifestyle, and of course the growing consciousness now about having the right quality of sleep. And therefore this is a trend that we are seeing, and as this trend continues, a brand like Sleepwell, and Sleepwell for us is both a noun and a verb, will be able to take the maximum mileage out of this growing trend.
Right. To the overall sleep economy, since, this is something that we are all talking about, there are so many campaigns on social media, we see people talking about the importance of good sleep. So where do you see the sleep economy growing in India? And tell us your plans to, to hit it at the right place.
Okay. From a time when for most Indians it was a matter of showing off, saying that I slept only 4 hours or 5 hours, we are now moving to a trend where people are becoming aware of the importance of sleep and a good quality of sleep in their lives. And as you would obviously understand that for sleep, one of the most important product is really the mattress and the pillow that you use. What we are realizing is that people are also now becoming more conscious about using such kind of products or mattresses which appeals or which fits their ergonomics. So therefore, when we are able to offer a mattress specific to a consumer's requirement to ensure that they have the right comfort when they are sleeping in the night, a right quality of pillow, the right kind of fabric which gives them the comfort when they are sleeping in the night, this is something that as we move ahead, you will see a range of our products and offerings which we will be bringing into the market, which addresses this particular need of the consumers to ensure that they get a good quality sleep.
Right. Conclusively, this has been a great year for Sheela Foams. There has been some acquisitions, then you came up with an amazing campaign, and you have one more in the pipeline already. So if I have to ask you that what are the top 3 focus areas that Sheela Foams is looking at for the rest of the financial year, what would those be?
I think the most important thing for us is to create the right consumer connect. Communication to create awareness about the category is very important for us, because that is what will make the category grow, number one. Number two is that there is a large part of the country which still doesn't understand what is it, the usefulness of a modern mattress. So that is going to be another big part of our plan, that how do we make sure that we are able to get the non-users into the category. And last but not the least, as we move ahead, what is the other products that under the sleep economy that we can bring into the market as we move ahead with 2 strong, powerful brands in our portfolio.
Well, thank you for the chat, Nilesh. Amazing to have you on the show. So happy to have you on Storyboard 18.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.